Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here with BoardGameGeek.com, and I'm talking with Michael Baudouin. Did I get it? Yeah?
Yeah, that was right.
Who has brought us a Space Maze. So why don't you just give us a little background information on Space Maze?
Space Maze is a game about grabbing the relic from a maze. I forgot to put the relic on there yet.
There's the very shiny relic.
Yeah, the shiny relic, the thing everybody's after, actually is just a tinfoil hat. But the thing is, each race, a special race, each player has its own shape of alien.
I hadn't even noticed that initially, yeah.
So each race is going to fly into this floating maze in space, so the title. And it's going to try to grab this thing, so everybody's after the same thing, a kind of a capture the flag system. So they're going to try and walk through this maze, put on the relic on their head.
Oh, you can actually put it on! Oh, yeah. Sorry, that just, the cute factor just delighted me. Okay, keep going.
So once he grabs it, tries to move back into his UFO, and once he gets it in there, he wins the game. There's also another way to win the game, is to grab the relic 3 times, because you can steal it from each other. So every time you grab the relic, you can place it on your mat here.
Just touching it enough times is enough.
Yeah, exactly. Just grabbing it all the time is also a way to win, but most of the time you'll just win by going into your UFO. But moving through the maze is the important thing, because you can't just walk through any room. You have to make a combination of primary colors. And that's the same as your aliens. So the aliens are secondary colors. They're made up out of 2 primary colors. So, for instance, orange is a combination of red and yellow.
So I can see right away he's got 2 moves right in front of him that jump out.
Yeah, this is really good for me. Like, you're way worse there.
I am. I'm matched
2
up.
yellows, nobody can go through. So, but exactly, like you can move all the way up here. Other aliens are not going anywhere yet, because green would be yellow and blue. Purple would be red and blue, so you can also see that on your UFO. So.
Extra color support there.
Yeah, some people may not get that as easily. So
never hurts.
So how are you going to move? You're going to use these movement dice. So they have alien feet on them. And once
in the same 3 colors there.
In the same colors, yeah. So if you grab one of those, you can move your orange 2 spaces. So moving from a UFO would be 1 and 2. So this was possible. My green moving 1 and my purple moving 1. So that's how you move movement dice. And you have also action dice, because you can already see nobody's going to get to the relic just yet. So therefore you have these action cards. So there's a lot of different ones.
Just gonna check out my own here, alright?
You have a lot of different ones, and they all have options to influence the maze. And this is a really fun part, because at the beginning, whatever I'm going to do with these action cards is just for me. But once you're standing here and I'm rotating this tile,
rotate with it.
You'll be annoyed, probably. So that's really the main thing of the game, is not having the other person get the chance, you know. So because everything we do, it's not like it's my turn and I roll the dice, but rolling the dice for everyone. So it's like a pool of power. Once it's my turn, I can grab one of these dice, and then you're up and grab one of those. So if I know that you want 3 purple feet, because you can go really far with 3 purple feet, I will have to take this one, because I don't want you to have it. So that's a good option to play. Also, I might take a green card here for rotating a room. It has to be like at least 3, so this is activating a card.
Okay, so it could be based on that card, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6.
It has to be at least a 3, so 3, 4, 5, 6. If I place that on here, my green alien, because I've placed a green die on there, gets to rotate a tile once or twice, so up to 180. And he can do that by rotating his own tile or any adjacent one.
Okay.
So my green alien is here, so we can rotate this one, or this one. For instance, if you would rotate this one 180 degrees,
he now has
2 options.
And obviously your spaceship would stay where it is.
Yeah. It should, but you can always just move it for a little. Well, there are cards in there that can actually move your UFO as well. If I would place this one, I would get to move it there or move it here. But that's easier to do when you already have the relic, so you know where to go, because if I move it here and then you start running that way, it wouldn't be that easy.
Although if you had guys on your spaceship, I assume that they would move with it.
No, it's not allowed to have aliens.
All right, glad I asked.
Yeah, glad you asked. That's true. Yeah, well, it's some cards have some special things you're not allowed to do. For instance, as well, the morph card lets you exchange 2 of your own aliens. So, for instance, if I place an orange 3 on there, I might exchange it with my green one. So now my green one can go through here and here. So that's good. But you cannot do that with the relic. If he was wearing the relic, if the orange one was wearing the relic, now the green one would be. It's not like he would take the relic with him.
Ah.
Because if he would be here, he would instantly win the game.
That would be too easy.
That would be too easy, yeah. So there are some cards that have special things you should know before you play, but I made a summary of those. If you have the rulebook here, after you read it, just reverse it, and then you have a summary of the cards.
Well, and you would, as someone else is possibly planning their turn, you'd have a moment or two to review these and.
Yeah, well, a round of play is set up like this. So you start with 4 cards in your hand, and then the star player will roll all the dice, and he gets the first pick of 1 die. And then he has 3 options, so he can pick a movement die to start moving his aliens, or pick a power die to activate a card. So he can just browse through his cards, choose whatever he wants to do, place that, activate it, and then it's your turn. So now there's already 1 die less.
So I might say maybe I want it. And when I select this movement die, do then I immediately activate all my movements?
Yeah, you immediately start doing it. So also if you now start moving, you might step
lose on a purple movement,
Yeah, so all your movement is already done, so you have 2 more actions but no more movement.
Right.
But you can also now grab extra cards by moving onto the data pads. You grab extra cards. So for this round, you might have 2 extra options to activate cards. So that's also.
So my purple, in lieu of using one of his movement feet here, I can get a data. Is there a hand limit on how many cards you can have?
Yeah, it's up to 7 cards. If you grab more at the end of the round, there's a cleanup phase, and then you have to discard if you have any more than 7.
So once there's no more dice to select, that's when
there's always going to be a few left. So, but if everybody had 3 chances to do something, then there's a cleanup phase. So you have 1 movement and 2 action moments. But when you start picking away dice, your 3rd action always is going to be not so powerful because the best dice will already be gone. So the star player will have the 3 best actions, and the next player will be less and less. So sometimes some people won't even have any action to do anymore because there's just not high enough points on the dice.
Now, so let's say our tinfoil hat here was still in its home base.
Yeah.
Because there's not a second color combination, how would that work for actually getting your figure into there?
Good that you asked. Yeah. The silver color in the game is any color you want. So
I'd have to match one of my 2 then.
So this is the only guy who cannot go through that.
I got figures.
So maybe you should play the morph card so you can morph it.
Yeah, or rotate, so I could rotate that, and then
a lot of options. But also the helmet is also silver. The relic, the tinfoil hat is also silver. So once you wear this, you can just move through any door.
Oh,
so that's a big bonus.
So your guy becomes wild.
Yeah, so that's why everybody wants it, of course.
So in this, let's say my movement had 2 orange feet, and he's already wearing the relic, so he can just pretty much just breeze through any 2 spots that he pleases.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if they were lined up, same color, same color.
Yeah, he's just color free, so to speak. So that's because once you have it, everybody's going to be chasing you.
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
They're going to try and grab it from you. So if I want to do that, I have to move into your room, spend another movement point, and take it from you.
Of the same color, so it would have to be a green movement point to be able to do that.
Yeah. So it's just as walking. It's not only walking. You can use it for any kind of movement. So moving the relic onto your head,
or data,
moving onto a data, or changing rooms. Yeah. So if you grab it, you have another of these points because I grabbed the relic from you. But I have to be careful because maybe you if I end my movement like this, and you will have your movement
Yes.
left, you will just take it
Take it
back,
back.
have another one of the
But
tokens.
if that maybe got you some of, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's all tactics. It
right,
might all
yeah.
be tactics, that's true.
Now you only have to get your guy back to your spaceship. You don't have to get the rest of your team back on there too. You just
No.
get to leave them behind.
Exactly, they don't care, it's all about the relic.
Got my hat, I'm good.
Yeah, they don't mind. They've got lots of aliens more at home, so.
All right. Well, hey, I tell you, that's the hardest part of doing these interviews is so far every single game that people have presented just this morning, this is day 1 of 5, I've wanted to play, including this one, so I'm going to have a lot of homework to do when I'm done here.
That
so.
sounds good. Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
and is this being sold here at Essen?
Yeah, this is the first moment it's being sold right now, so.
Are you excited?
This is the release, yeah, I am. So it's also my first game, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
And is there any talk, just since obviously we have a large U.S. audience, about has any U.S. retailer picked this up or distributor?
Well, we're looking for it right now. I have a.
Oh, that's a hint.
Exactly. No, well, we're really open to people who want to distribute. We can do distribution ourselves, and we're also looking for licensing. So for US would be great to find a license. But, yeah, we're open to any form of that.
All right, Michael's talking to you. All right, well, thank you so much for bringing by Space
Thank you.
Maze with, and you know I'm only ever going to be able to call that a tinfoil hat now. You've ruined it to me, but I think made it better.
Nobody knows. Well, now
Now everyone knows. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.